Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I had a visitor come and see me a couple of days ago, Kevin and Chris. Whenever they come to visit me, they always bring me a gift. So I always look forward to their visits. They're both Jacklaw owners, I hasten to add. But anyway, Kevin's brought me this. It's an old British Army Golok or Golok, also known as a machete. German British Army. It's got the date stamped on it, 1992, and the crow's foot, which I think signifies it's a genuine article. Made Martindale, made in England. Now, as with a lot of these tools, it's showing some signs of abuse. What you get really is, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Let's have a look at that edge. You get chips, and most of the damage is, you can see it quite well there. Most of the damage is sort of this part of the blade here, because when you're swinging the machete, this part of the blade here is doing most of the cutting really. I have seen other YouTube videos where people have actually sharpened the grind, brought the grind right back at one point to here. Now you can see that the actual machete is thin there, so I mean I think it'd be sort of I don't intend bringing the grind back to there. I'm going to just stick with the original grind pattern on this machete, because that's where it was designed to be ground to. It's a sweeping cutting tool. You know, it's meant for sweeping and cutting. If you want to, I think the person that ground it back to here obviously was trying to multi-purpose it and maybe make it so that they could do feather sticks and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a job for a knife, not for a machete, I think. This being high summer, I could do a decent cutting tool for whacking down the brambles and the nettles and that for when I go camping next. So anyway, this machete's got some damage to its edge. Any edge tool, no matter how well made it is over time going to pick up damage. Hopefully not as bad as this, mine. But just goes to show you that even though it's well made, it's still chipped out and fractured along the edge there. So one of our duties, if we own these sort of tools, is to know how to sharpen them or to maintain them. This is a flat bevel on this, looking at it, and it's quite a steep bevel. Obviously it has to be steep because that gives it the strength. Flat grinds are not known for their being the strongest grinds. I mean, convex is stronger, but I only do flat grinds myself. All my Jacklaws are flat ground, Scandinavian grinds. So I'm going to put the original flat grind back onto this again and follow the same angle. So first of all, I'm going to measure that angle, and this is how I'm going to do that. I've got this sort of roofer's square made for measuring the angles on rafters and that, and it's been pretty easy to place that. Anyway, I've held this tool up to the light. It's not brilliant, but it's given me an indication, and I reckon I'm pretty close on at that angle there. So I'm going to find out what that angle is, and I'm going to transfer that angle to my my platen on my grinder and the crow's foot. Just thought I'd give it a clean up on the satin wheel first of all, clean the flats up. Now that didn't take long. I can see now more about the actual tool. There we go, it says Martindale, Birmingham, made in England, and there is the the logo, registered trademark number 92, well, number 2 rather. Satin wheel just cleaned off the surface rubbish there. Well, I found the angle. It's around about 19.5 degrees bevel each side, so it's simply a matter now of just transferring that onto the platen. If you haven't got a machine like this, then you'd make a jig up or something, you know, just to show you. So I'm looking roughly, that's going to be around about there. There we are, all set up, clamped into the jig. Now it's just a matter now of regrinding that edge, keeping it cool. Start off on a fairly coarse grit, this is about a 40 grit. Take the worst of it out and then go down through the grits to finer grits. Well, that's took next to no time, and I've put the edge back on probably better than it ever was when it came out of the factory. But I'm going to just go along on a nice slow speed on a tri-jack belt, just hone it up a bit better, give it a little strop, and it's job done. Sharp. So that's that. That's a restored Golok, good enough for a few more years service. That. Right. I'm forgetting something. Yes. Yes. Remember. Remember. Don't forget to oil up your blades whenever you've finished using them. And store them away in a nice dry sheath. And always hold the back of the sheath like that, never round the front, just in case the sharp edge cuts through.